Okay, if you've ever looked at beautiful calligraphy and thought, oh, I wish I could do that, but my handwriting is trash. I've got great news for you because calligraphy and handwriting are not the same thing. Your handwriting does not matter. And right now, in just a few minutes, I'm gonna show you exactly what you need to know to try it in 4 steps. No fluff, no overwhelm, just the actual stuff you need to know. So let's do it. Step 1 is understanding that handwriting and calligraphy are not the same thing, and that your handwriting quality has nothing to do with your calligraphy skills. So first things first, calligraphy is not just fancier handwriting. Handwriting is about writing quickly and naturally, like literally whatever comes out of your hand when you need to get something on paper. It's kind of a combo of everything you've been taught your whole life about how to write the alphabet, plus maybe a little bit of style you've learned and tweaked over the years, especially if you were like me in high school and you were constantly trying to reinvent what your handwriting looked like. On the other hand, calligraphy has absolutely nothing to do with your handwriting. Think of it more like learning how to draw something. They're called strokes, more on that in a minute, rather than write something. And then you're turning that drawing into something that happens to look like letters at the end. This is gonna make more sense in a minute. For now though, step 1 is just to know that your handwriting does not matter. Hopefully you hear me on that. Step 2 is to understand the best tools for beginners. Now you might be like, okay, Becca, I know calligraphy isn't handwriting, and I also know that for calligraphy, I probably need more than just a ballpoint pen. And you would be correct on that. Although I will say you can do faux calligraphy if all you have is a ballpoint pen or even a pencil, and I'll link to a video about that here if that's where you wanna go. But listen, you don't need 500 fancy brush pens like social media might make it seem in order to do calligraphy. My top pick for you as a beginner is this small tip brush pen. It's called the Tombow Fudenosuke. It's perfect for beginners because it gives you control without feeling too soft or wobbly. And the key to finding the right tool for modern calligraphy is simply that it has to be flexible on the tip, allowing you to get thin lines and thick lines by adding and removing pressure. Next is paper. You want something smooth to protect your brush pens. I recommend either using marker paper like this, which is smooth and see-through, so you can put it over top of a calligraphy workbook, like this one, which more explanation on this workbook in a minute. Or you could use a Rhodia pad like this, which has a grid. Rhodia is just a nice high quality paper, and it comes in all sorts of different sizes, and you can get it in a grid or a dot or blank or lined, whatever you want. I recommend a grid. Having the right paper makes a big difference though, and if you can't find exactly what I'm showing here, just look for the smoothest paper you can find that also has guidelines on it so you can stay consistent and straight. A big mistake I often see is people just using blank paper. You want guidelines. All right, so now let's talk about the actual foundation of calligraphy, the part that so many people skip, and that is the basic strokes. Instead of jumping straight into letters, you need to learn these simple shapes. Okay, so without pressure, the basic strokes look like this. They just look like squiggles, but these squiggles are the building blocks of every single letter you'll write. Then when I combine the basic strokes with the flexible pen, they look like this. See how I'm using light pressure going up and heavy pressure going down? That's how calligraphy works, light up and hard down. And then once you have these strokes down pat, you combine them to form letters, like this. So if you skip this step, your calligraphy will always look a little off because your letters won't be built properly. But if you learn these first, it's a game changer. Step 4 is to understand how to practice in a way that will help you learn. So now you know what you need to learn, but how do you actually put it all together? Well, that's where the traceable workbook I showed earlier comes in. I have a totally free step-by-step course that walks you through all of this in way more detail, and it includes the traceable workbook that you saw. It's called Show Me Your Drills, and it has helped hundreds of thousands of beginners learn how to do calligraphy the right way, the easy way, the easiest way, and it's free. So if you want to stop guessing and start actually doing it, go sign up. You'll get workbooks and guided video lessons and all the explanations and information that you need to get started on the right foot. I hope this was all helpful. Again, you can click the link in the description or head straight to showmeyourdrills.com, and I'll see you in there.